The person that sent me the story called it The Witch's Grave, NE, Ohio, my frightening experience. By the way, if you have a story that you'd like to share with our glitch community about glitches in the matrix, dreams, aliens, cryptids, or the paranormal, you can send it to this email address. And remember, we believe you. While I currently have been bouncing around New England for almost a decade now, my original home comes from a small town in northeastern Ohio. I won't say the name of the town, but anyone who might be familiar with the area might know exactly where I'm talking about when I say West Branch National Park. West Branch is a large forested area with a lake for fishing and swimming, various hiking trails, and trails for riding things like four-wheelers. Growing up, I heard a few various stories about the woods being haunted and some legends like a woman in white who haunts the woods. One of the most notable stories or locations is the Witch's Grave. From my understanding, from what I was told to me back during the time of the Salem witch trials, the fear of witches had spread as far as this area of Ohio. How correct that is, I'm uncertain, as I never put research into it, but I digress. During this time, there was this woman who was considered to be a healer, as she was very knowledgeable about herbs and ways they can help. Unfortunately, because of this knowledge, she was seen as a witch and stone-pressed to death. Lovely. Lovely. Off of one of the hiking trails in West Branch is a concrete/stone area with a stone fence where it is believed that is her final resting place where she was put to death. The official story is that it's just a regular family plot. I have been to the gravesite several times during the day, as it is fairly easy to find during the daytime. In the center of the plot is a large stone that apparently was once a headstone that has a Wiccan carved into it. Just outside the fence is a rather tall and skinny tree with a lack of branches. Instead, it's covered in marks that look like branches wanted to grow, but never did, and it makes the tree look as if it is covered in eyes. It's not just a few handful of them either. There are tons of them, like over 20. Between some of the eyes is more Wiccan carved into the tree, and I've been told it's called a seeing eye tree and is to ward off evil. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about Wiccan to know if that's true, but I would believe it for how the entire atmosphere feels in that area. Anyone out there know anything about this, about a seeing eye tree or about like the branch? Has anybody know that? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Visiting the witch's grave, for me at least, has always been a very calm and relaxing experience. It didn't matter how I felt prior to arrival. As soon as I went to the grave, it was like there wasn't a worry in the world. It was beautiful and peaceful. But here's where things start to get spooky. Like the dumb kids we were, my friends and I often wanted to visit the grave at night. The strange thing is, the gravesite is near impossible to find at night. During my day visits, I would take a sharp note of where the unmarked path was to the grave and how far down the main trail it was, and out of the 5 attempts my friends and I had tried to visit the grave at night, I have only ever been to the grave maybe twice at night. We've been in the exact spot the path was supposed to be and couldn't find the path or way to the grave. It was almost as if you could find it if something wanted you to. My first visit to the grave at night was probably the most notable visits ever. When you're walking up the main trail at night, be it your eyes playing tricks on you or something in the woods, it looks and feels as if there is this tall shadow figure, a little humanoid in shape, darting back and forth further down the trail. While walking, there's this overwhelming sense of feeling as if you are being watched. It feels menacing unless you make it to the grave. Just one step over the stone fence and all of that tension vanished. I no longer felt as if we were being watched, or I might even say hunted. As soon as I stepped into the plot, the forest had gone completely silent. No animals, no bugs, nothing, just silence. But it didn't feel ominous like when the forest would normally go silent. Like the daytime, it felt calm and relaxed. I felt safe. If the forest going silent could ever mean anything good, this was the time. I have never known the forest being silent to mean anything good, but I'm glad that you felt safe. You're probably protected by the tree. But my spooky story isn't actually about that. It's about the last time my friends and I tried to find it at night and couldn't. It was the same usual stuff leading up, trying to find the unmarked path, the darting shadows, guard up, feeling as though someone was watching us. After failing to find the path to the grave, we gave up and in a defeated fashion headed back towards the car. As we're heading back, one of my friends points to one of the vehicular trails and suggests that we just adventure down there since we have nothing else to do. With our dim flashlight, we all agree and begin to head down that trail. We walk for a little while, and at this point, I'm feeling extra on edge. My guard is strongly up, and something doesn't feel right. What happened next, in quick succession, in the time frame of maybe 30 seconds? We walk over a small bridge, and our whole group of roughly 6 people just stop in their tracks. The forest is quiet. Despite the moonlight illuminating the area, it feels extra dark. The air feels thick and threatening. I look to my right as we stop and see what looks like a black dog, similar to a wolf or coyote just a few feet away, calmly walking towards me. Feeling panic, Yeah. I circle around one of my friends who was standing closest to me and I point out this dog when I notice everyone looks stunned, in shock, staring forward. I follow their gaze to this insanely tall, humanoid-looking figure, easily 10 feet or taller. I don't remember any of the details of exactly what it looked like aside from tall and lanky because the moment we saw it, we didn't stick around. In unison, we all turned around and bolted the other direction, each of us running as fast as we could. Thinking back, the dog had vanished just as we witnessed this large thing. We didn't stop running until we got back to the car. I can remember while running, looking behind us a few times and thinking that dark shadow figure we frequently see on the trail seemed to be following us. When we got back to the car, we promptly piled in like a bunch of clowns because there was way too many of us for that car and left. I know we all saw the same thing, but the only talk we had of it was the normal, "What was that? I don't know," in the car after. We never spoke of it again, aside from just the mention that we saw something and we never returned to try to find that grave at night. I don't know if the wolf dog was connected or something else entirely either. In my memory, it didn't feel frightening, but that thing haunts my memories. Even though I don't know the details of how it looked, I fear the memory would haunt me more if I did know. The end! Okay, oh my God, first of all, second of all, my first thought about this dog was that it was like a black dog or a hellhound, although I think those may be kind of the same thing, but I'm not 100% positive. And I wonder if it was either, you know what? I don't know. I was going to say, I wonder if it was a companion to this big fucking thing. But now I'm thinking, as I'm literally out loud processing, now I'm thinking, because you said that the dog itself didn't feel evil and it felt calming, I'm wondering if the dog was a warning for the big thing. Like if the dog was maybe something to do with the witch, or even if it had nothing to do with the witch or the witch's grave, maybe the dog was something that was trying to warn you and protect you from the big fucking thing. Like me, that's what's going through my mind now, only because you said that you weren't frightened by the dog itself. You were frightened by the giant fucking entity that who knows what the fuck that was. And is that the same thing as what you would see like crossing back and forth in the trail and you just were like, oh, that's just like shadows or whatever? Is that the same thing? Did you like accidentally venture down to where that thing is when you went down that trail that you decided to just like walk down? I don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now. Originally I was like, oh, black dog or hellhound, but now I'm like, warning. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for sharing.